I just have one thing to say. Hang on here.
Black, 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 you ain't black. Black, 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 black leadership. Black, 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 you ain't black. Black, 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 black leadership. Black, 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 you ain't black. Black, 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 black leadership. Black, 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 you ain't black. Black, 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 black leadership. You ain't black. I want black. You ain't black. Something for black. You ain't black. I want black. You ain't black. Something for black. You ain't black. You ain't black. You ain't black. You ain't black.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Midnight Manifest. I'm your host, Mark, and it is the Midnight Hour. So MSNBC had the audacity to pull in some Trump supporters, some of them were black voters, and ask them whether they would still be voting for Donald Trump, even though he has all these BS legal woes. Again, the left is still convincing themselves that no one's going to vote for Trump because he has so many legal problems. But they don't seem to understand that the more legal legal stuff they dump on Donald Trump, the more people sympathize with him, especially black voters. Let me play you the clip.
Do each of you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Yes. Yes for all three of you? Yes. Has this trial changed your opinion, even caused you to waver or question that at all?
No, it's actually caused me to support him more. I just don't believe there's a coincidence that we have a trial happening in Atlanta. We have one happening in New York. So the question people are beginning to ask themselves, like I did, is like, why now?
I've talked to many people who formerly identified as a Democrat. They have changed their political persuasion to independent, and they are looking forward to voting for Trump. Wow. Because now they find something in common with a political candidate at that level.
When you say they find commonality, what is that commonality?
They have felt persecuted by the system of American injustice. And it's not a stretch for them to think that Trump may be a victim as well. People see that there's some kind of commonality between himself and maybe all the black men that have been incarcerated and the families that have been impacted by black male incarceration.
So, of course, these are Trump supporters already. But MSNBC is actually surprised that they're sticking with Trump. And they're surprised when one of the black Trump supporters, the female at the end there, basically tells them, hey, listen, I know people who voted for Biden. I know a lot of black voters who voted for Biden. And they are sympathizing with Trump now because the way it is you've had people in the black community for decades now persecuted by the legal system. And now that same system that has been going after black and Hispanic voters for decades has now turned all their attention against one man, and that's Donald J. Trump. So now these people are looking at it going, hey, I can relate to this guy because he's now facing the brunt of the corrupt cabal that's been controlling our country for decades. Trump is up 20 points amongst black voters in some polls from where he was in 2020. And if that's true, it's game over. The Democrats are going to lose this. Trump supporters are not leaving Trump. Some people are saying that RFK is stealing Trump voters. That's just not the case. If anything, RFK is stealing Biden voters because there are people out there that would normally vote Democrat. They hate Trump. They're not going to vote for Trump, but at the same time, they can't in good conscience vote for Biden, so they're going to go to RFK. Trump isn't losing any of his supporters to RFK. I just don't. I mean, there might be some establishment Republicans or rhinos who might vote for RFK but they weren't going to vote for Trump anyway. So Trump isn't losing any support from RFK. Trump is winning over black votes from the Democratic Party. Now, in certain polls, he's up 20% amongst black people from where he was in 2020, but Trump always underpolls. So if the polls are saying that he's got 20% more black vote than he did in 2020, you could probably bet it's more like 23, maybe even 25%. And that's just insane. The Democratic Party is over if they lose the black vote. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think Trump is going to peel off enough black votes from Joe Biden to win in a record landslide in 2024? Do you think RFK is going to actually take voters away from Trump? Before I go, I want to give a shout out to Liberal Hive Minds. I stole the MSNBC clip from his show. Please check out his channel on YouTube. And Maurice Spears, who produced the cold opening that I used today. Do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified of any future episodes of the Midnight Manifest. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your midnight.
Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.